What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today, I am a little late to this one. As you guys can see, there's only 18 days left. But we are going to be doing the 10th anniversary coin collecting missions. So it looks like we're getting these coins. We don't know what they're going to be for yet, but they are for the 10th anniversary, which we should be sharing with JP come February. So there are 4 missions here. It looks like we got to do a couple different stages. Looking, I guess, using like some units from different eras. So let's check this out. So we got to clear stage 11 of Dragon Ball history under special conditions. All right, so we have to clear stage 11 with one of the specified characters who debuted before the end of the 2nd anniversary celebration. Okay, so before the 2nd anniversary. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good selection of units here. Let's do this. Let's hop in with a we'll do a Majin Buu Saga team. We'll run the Super Easy A Goku on this team. How about that? Maybe I'll just run them like different themed wise, just to kind of change it up instead of using like the exact same team or anything like that. Which obviously we don't want to make it too boring or anything, so why not change it up a little bit? Just, you know, make it fun. So Majin Buu Saga, let's run where are you at, Goku? We're gonna run you as a leader, and we're gonna be bringing you. We'll just bring this Gohan. We will bring this Gohan. I guess we can bring Gotenks here. I mean, you know, he fits. I think he was on that list as well. And we only need to run one of these guys too, so we'll just run him. And you know what? We'll bring this Gohan. Why not? Yeah, I think that'll work. I mean, it is only like it's only stage 11, so I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to be too crazy. Nope, I don't want to bring them. We'll just bring this guest right here. So this is against the Shadow Dragons. It's been a very long time since I've done this Dragon Ball history event. I mean, this is a old event, man. So, you know, I don't really remember it too well. However, I don't think we're gonna have really any issues with this, especially considering how old a lot of these events are. So again, I am gonna just kind of theme them a little different. We're just going to change them up a little bit. I don't want to just run the exact same teams or anything like that, so that way they don't get, you know, boring or anything. Because I saw like the Kid Buu on there, and I was like, oh, maybe I can just run like Broly's team for everything, but I feel like that would just make it too boring. Maybe make it way too easy to do that. So we may as well just, you know, change it up a little bit and just, you know, do some crazy. All right, so 10th anniversary. I guess maybe we can kind of talk about it. Maybe put a couple ideas out there. Maybe gauge on what we might think we'll see. Because obviously we have no idea what 10th anniversary is, but the way I'm seeing it is, it is going to be the first time that it's going to be shared with Global and JP. So the only theme that really makes sense to myself is to do Fusion's team, or not Fusion's, but like Fuse Fighters, like Celebration, as kind of like a merger with the games, and like, you know, like the sync of two beings, 2 games. I think a Super Gogeta and a Super Vegito, like standalone LRs, I think would be amazing for the game. Because the thing is I know we've gotten a lot of Gogetas, obviously, in more recent times, but we have not actually had a standalone Super Gogeta for a very long time. If you actually go back and look at it, the last standalone Super Gogeta that we got, I believe, was the Int Dokkan Fest one. And if we you know what, And now I'm actually curious. I want to say I think that's the one that's been the longest. If I get him pulled up over here real quick. Okay, so Int Gogeta, he came out in 2017. It's been 7 years since we've had a standalone Super Gogeta. And I'm not talking like Super Saiyan Gogeta, not from the DBS movie. Obviously, we've gotten a few of those. But I'm talking Super Gogeta from the Z movies. We have not had one in a very long time. So it would actually make the most sense to drop a Super Gogeta and then a Super Vegito. Because if we look at Super Vegito himself, you know what? Honestly, I think the last Super Vegito was in the same like era when we got the physical one. I could be wrong. I am looking this up right now on the wiki, but I do believe that the last time we got a standalone Super Vegito was the physical one. All right, so yeah, so we only have 2 standalone Super Vegitos. One is the AGL one, and one is the physical one. And the last one that we got was the physical one, who he came out October 31st of 2017. So, oh, that was on JP when he came out. On Global, he came out on February 12th of 2018. But if we're looking at just like the JP timeline, 2017 is the last time we got a standalone Super Gogeta and a standalone Super Vegito. So it's been 7 years since we've had standalones of those units. Now, making them just straight up LRs, no fusion mechanics, nothing like that. I would say give them like maybe an intro, maybe introduce like a new mechanic that comes with them or something. I think would be really cool. But I would love to just see a standalone Super Vegito and a standalone Super Gogeta. And if they make a Super Vegito, I mean, if they do kind of like the same thing where they do with like the counters, with the like what they did with the STR EZA one, I would say that we may have some really good units if they do it that way. Because the one thing I don't want is I do not want them to have another incident of the AGL LR Vegito, this Vegito Blue. I do not want another one of those because I'm pretty sure everybody was super hype for that unit specifically, but then they locked him behind a very terrible transformation condition. And a lot of people don't actually even get to see the unit. So I know that really put a sour taste in people's mouths. So I have a feeling they kind of, I think they may have learned from that. And the only reason why I say that is this worldwide celebration, I feel like they heard us from last year because people were very, very upset at the fact that the Zamasu's name was different, or I should say it was never changed. So his name was just, you know, Merge Zamasu, not corrupted, and we couldn't run him with like the other Merge Zamasus. So I think it left a pretty bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths about that. So then this year they're like, oh hey, here's a base form Broly that can that you can active skill right into legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And then they dropped a legendary Super Saiyan Broly as part 2, while also easying a Super Saiyan Broly so you could run all of them together. See, like that was very smart on their, like it was smart on their side. So hopefully they kind of keep that up going, like moving forward. So we got that one done. Let's see. So we got to clear stage 3 of Boss Rush. So we got to use the same units, huh? Okay, so let's do for this one. I know Frieza got his super easy A. So let's go ahead and go to Boss Rush 3. Wow, as you can see, this is a very, very old one. Boss Rush 3, I think I know I had a Namek Saga team here somewhere. You know what? Right here. we'll just run this team right here with Ginyu. Um, Actually, you know what? We'll do this. Let's take you off, and we'll take you off as leader, and we will bring Frieza as our leader, and we'll just bring Ginyu on the team. All right, so I had to make a real quick pause right there. I had a unruly dog that really needed to go outside, so had to make a stop right there real quick, but we are back into it. So now we are doing Boss Rush 3, which is essentially this is what, like 3, 4, I think it was like 4 or 5 like Dokkan events in a row. This was like one of their favorite things to do, like back in the day, as content, where they would make you do like Boss Rush. It was basically like just Boss Rush stages of just complete, you just, they were just like, hey, here, go run 5 Dokkan events in a row with these are your only like healing items that you got. So it was a pretty interesting time back then, because this technically was like the difficult content back in the day, was Dokkan events. So it is actually pretty cool that they're kind of kicking it back a little old school for the 10th anniversary, and being like, hey, here, go run these old events using some of these older units from back in the day. And now, obviously, you know, the way that the new units are, they're just going to blow through all of these stages. So this is not going to be difficult at all. But, you know, it is still pretty cool that they made us kind of do this to kind of bring it back a little bit. I think what would have made it actually very cool would have been if they had the option to only use units from back then. So it's not like you can use you know, 2024 units. You had to use the actual units from, you know, 2015, 2016, like in that time frame, and, you know, kick it back a little bit even more of old leader skills and like pre-Easy A, you know, just kind of like nerf the units back to what they were. Now granted, like if you had them rainbowed or anything like that, you could still use them as rainbow, but like say like STR Super Gogeta, you went back to a 3-key 3000 attack and defense. You know, like go back to that essentially. I think that like that would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of fun. You know, it'd be different. It'd be interesting to see like what people's teams would be, and then kind of give like new players a taste of what old Dokkan used to be, and see like how difficult it was back then compared to the difficulty of it now. Granted, you know, you have fights like the Red Zone and memorable battle like Gogeta and Janemba, and then you have you know, the Supreme Battle Spectacles and stuff like that that obviously have come out since, that are, you know, the newer difficulty fights. But back in the day, we didn't have these fights. You know, we were fighting STR Broly's Dokkan event because he was an actual real boss back then. Then they were like, here's Boss Rush, here, go play five Dokkan events in a row, and you only have limited support items using these old teams that we had. And, you know, we didn't have categories back then. You were using like mono type teams, or just something that you could like scrounge up together. So, you know, the game has definitely evolved quite a bit since then. But again, I think it would have been actually pretty cool to see them bring it back just a little bit more, and make us actually use units only from like 2015, 2016 in these events specifically. So, you know, I don't know if maybe they just didn't know how to program that, or, you know, what it was, but I think them doing that, I think would have made these a lot more fun. But yeah, going back to the topic of like the 10th anniversary, I think that the 10th anniversary is going to be probably an absolute banger. Like there's no doubt about it. the 10th anniversary is going to be the biggest celebration that we've ever had in Dokkan history. And again, if they do a Super Gogeta, Super Vegito, like event, or not event, but like dual Dokkan Fest units, we legitimately could get a we could get super easy A's for the AGL Super Vegito, the STR Super Gogeta. We could get, hell, we could get super easy A's for like the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Then we go over to like the Buu Saga things, you know, maybe we can get the Int Super Saiyan 2 Goku could get his easy A. The Tech Majin Vegeta could get his easy A. Maybe Tech Janemba and AGL Pycon, they get their easy A's. Obviously, we know that the Worldwide Celebration units from Namek, they're going to get their easy A's. The 7th year anniversary units are going to get their easy A's. You know, the tech gods, and then the physical Gogeta, like they're going to get their easy A's. Just think of like all the possibilities of all of these units that we can get that can actually easy A. And then on top of that, we have the new headlining units on top of that. And that's not to even mention what we can get in part 2. Like if they did a actual like Vegito and Gogeta, then we could get a carnival. Maybe we can get like a carnival Kid Buu. Maybe we can get a carnival, like we can finally get the LR Kid Buu everybody's been wanting. Maybe we can get a carnival Janemba. Maybe we can get a carnival Buhan. You know, like there's so many options of like units that they can use, especially, you know, if we're doing a Gogeta and Vegito celebration. Now, I really hope that they would stick to the theme of that and not like stray away from it for part 2. I definitely do not want to see a 7th year anniversary where there's like, here's a banger part 1, and then part 2 is Tech Grade 8 Vegeta and Kaioken Goku. Or we get Carnival Base Goku and we get Carnival Kid Gohan. I don't want to see that. Like realistically, that's me. I don't want to see that. The 9th anniversary, part 1, we have Super Gogeta, or we got Super Saiyan Gogeta, and we got Super Saiyan Broly. And then in part 2, we get Beast Gohan, and then we get Gamma 1 and 2. You had 2 bangers for both parts. That's literally how every single major celebration should be. But, you know, with kind of just like a lot of that speculation, I think it's going to be just such a crazy, it's going to be so crazy. There's going to be so much content that's going to be coming out. I actually feel bad for my thumbnail guy because he is going to be like just nonstop going at it. And you know, I feel bad for him, but I mean, he knows when it comes to like celebrations and big celebrations that there's a lot of content, there's a lot of stuff to do, so he's gonna have to kind of keep up with it a little bit. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I think especially for a lot of creators during the 10th anniversary, or even new ones coming in and stuff like that. It's gonna be good for a lot of people, and hopefully they make it a little more, hopefully like it's kind of like nostalgic a little bit for older players. Like maybe they'll do something to bring back some of these like old fights from, you know, year 1, year 2, and you had to use the units of like that time era. And like I said, give the new players that experience that they didn't have, what we experienced back in the day. It would be kind of funny to see some people actually take on like Dokkan event STR Broly and be like, oh, I can beat him, and then next thing you know, they're just getting demolished by him because you have to actually use what was it? Was it shocking speed? Or I can't remember which link skill it was, but you had to use like one of them in order to make sure that you weren't that you were going to be doing extra damage to them. Okay, so we got that done. Next is Fighting Legend Goku. So, man, it's been a while since we've had to do this one, right? Fighting Legend Goku. Let us. You know what? Goku Black got his easy A. So let's do a super bosses / time traveler team, maybe. Let's go physical. Actually, let's just go super bosses and let's go Future Saga. So we will run you as our leader. We'll bring you. We can bring you, and you know, just for old time's sake, we'll bring this guy. Because surprisingly enough, so that Goku Black right there actually came out when this event dropped, essentially. And the funny thing about it is that the Tech Trunks came out roughly around the same time as this Goku Black did. And we remember like reading the stats for this guy, and people were like, why is he stacked defense? Like, what's the point of that? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why is this unit stacking defense? We don't have events that are gonna where this is gonna be useful. And then next thing you know, they come out with this fight right here, this the legendary Goku event. They drop this event and people are like, oh, we actually have a long event. Now we can get our year 3 anniversary units to come out. We can actually use the Super Vegeta. We can use the Super Gogeta here. Like the Trunks with his stacking. Oh my God, he's got a spot now. Like, it was just crazy that this just like dropped when it did. And people were like, wow, this is so insane. And then this fight was actually pretty difficult back then too, because the Goku actually hit pretty hard. Now, obviously, you know, fast forward to 2024, we haven't had any new difficulties for this event. So it's been just kind of a cakewalk at this point. Like, I don't think anybody even takes this serious anymore, which realistically, I don't blame them, because this event is just super, super easy. But back in the day, man, this event was hard. Like I said, I really hope what they do is they revamp a lot of these old events and give us like some new life to them. Give us another difficulty stage. You know, give us difficulty stage for this. Give us one for the legendary Vegeta event. Give us one for the Frieza event. Give us one for the GT Goku event. Give us another stage on top of like the Gods event. You know, like I know that JP got like the 3 new stages where you just fight you just fight a bunch of the gods in a row. But I'm just saying, give us like just the individual fights themselves. Just give us one. You know, give us the one fight, but just give us a more difficult one. That's all I'm asking. Just, you know, I know it's doable. You guys can do it. And you know what? Just for 10th anniversary, bring back Chain Battle. You know, just give us a taste of Chain Battle again. Bring it back, make it permanent. I'm still so upset that they actually got rid of Chain Battle. I know a lot of people did not like it. And, you know, in a sense, I get it from some people, because they literally did not explain what Chain Battle was, like, in the slightest. So it was very difficult for a lot of people to know what to do because of the fact that it was just poorly explained. But when Chain Battle came out, like the server that I run has grown just from that itself. Like, there's so many people that came in asking for help. You we had a huge community of people that would literally do nothing but help every single chain battle. Like every month chain battle was out. We had people that were constantly just sitting there ready to help people every single time. And, I know, like I said, I know a lot of people were upset at the fact that they didn't know what to do, but that honestly just kind of falls on the developers, because they did not explain this event to us. Like we literally had to figure out the event for them. And it's not like they didn't know what they were doing, but we had a huge group of people that actually like took the time to learn chain battle, figure out the intricacies of it, the ins and outs, the units we had to use, what mattered when it came to the attacker, the your linkers, what units you had to find. Like there was just so much that went into it, but they didn't explain any of that. So people were confused on why their lineups weren't hitting right. And it was just because of the units that they were using. They just weren't using the right units. So I don't know. I really wish that they would have gave us a chance, like asked us some questions about it, gave us a chance to help improve the mode rather than just get rid of it altogether. Because like the weird thing is I remember there was a survey that they gave us, and in one of the surveys it asked questions about chain battle, and I thought they were gonna like improve it to make it better, but then next thing you know they're just like, we're getting rid of it. And I was like, but why? None of the questions had anything to do with getting rid of it. It was like different ways on how to improve it. So I don't know, maybe something in the future. We'll get another event to where these extra dupes of SSRs and TURs and stuff like that I've had sitting around for years will actually have its usefulness again. All right, we're back. I don't know what happened. I think me trying to like transform Zamasu like broke the game or something, because anytime I transform him, the game would keep crashing. So I don't know if he's got a bug or something with him. But that was very interesting. I thought the game just died because I'd been playing it for so long, but it literally just, anytime I transformed that Zamasu, it just kept turning off. It would just die. So, hey, Akatsuki, can you guys fix your bugs, please? Before you decide to add new things into the game, can you fix your spaghetti coding that you have? That's so old now that you guys probably don't even know what goes to what anymore. Oh, well. But yeah, I mean, we are at basically the end of this fight, but it was, this was pretty nice to go back into this, and, even though it's not difficult, and we've had other fights previously where we had to do kind of, the same thing of, what was the last one I think we did? Was it like Team Bardock that we had to use? It was like using Team Bardock or the Ginyu Force to beat this event, but it's been a while since we've actually had to do any missions for this. So we need you guys to like revamp this, give us some new missions and give us some new things to do with it, so we can actually enjoy, these old events, and you guys don't just keep bringing out new events and doing nothing with the old ones. So I don't know, maybe we'll see something in the future. Like I said, hopefully 10th anniversary will have something for us where they kind of update, some of these older events. Okay, so there's the Fighting Legend Goku. So that one was obviously very easy as usual. And then we have one more event that we got to do. So which one is this last one? So we got to beat any stage of the Ultimate Red Zone GT edition with one of those units. Okay, so we'll use Broly and Kid Buu for this one. How about that? And we can beat any of them. We're gonna go to Legic. Shout out to my boy Mr. Baby. If you guys know, if you know, you know. Mr. Baby absolutely loves this event right here. If you guys don't know, just go to his Twitter and ask him about it, and he'll tell you. But yeah, I mean, we can just run this event and we're gonna have literally zero issues with this. This Legic is literally a one phase fight, and I'm pretty sure like back when this event came out, we were actually doing like speed runs to see how fast we could get this event done. Like that's how easy this event was. I think the fastest timing I got was like 46 seconds or something. I can actually check. I should be able to check right after we're done with this, but I'm pretty sure it was like 46 seconds or something of that sort, where just using items, you could literally just nuke this guy. He was that easy. But somehow my boy, Mr. Baby, died to him. We don't know how, but he definitely died to him. As we can see, that's how easy that event was. But that should have cleared the last mission that we needed. And we'll just do a quick, see, like it took me a minute to do that. 42 seconds. That was my personal best. And I want to say, I think I actually had like one of the fastest times for this too. Yeah, I had the fastest time at 42 seconds here. So it was a fun time, you know, doing that with people. But there we go. That should be all of the missions here. So we'll go over here. We'll just claim all of these. We get 4 stones and we get 90 of these 10th anniversary warm-up coins. I guess we'll find out what they're going to be used for whenever the 10th anniversary rolls around. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. And hopefully we have a fantastic 10th anniversary when it shows up. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was just a nice chill video, just kind of reminiscent on old Dokkan and some of the old stuff that has come along since then. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the little bit of banter as well. If you guys did enjoy the video, hit that like button. And if you guys are new here, subscribe as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Brother Russia, the whale of whales, rainbow everything, buying all the sales. In Dokkan battle, I reign supreme. 10K stones, it's not a dream.